What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Caden, or Cantina Comics. Today we're ranking the top 5 worst live-action Spider-Man villains. But before we get to that, if you're new around here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're very quickly approaching 1,000 subscribers, and my goal is to hit that by the time that Spider-Man Brand New Day releases in theaters at the end of July. And with that being said, we're going to start off at the number 29 spot. We have Ezekiel Sims from Madam Web. Yes, unfortunately, I had to watch this film for the first time for this video. I really wish I didn't have to. This film was so confusing, and so was his character. Literally, besides the name and him being barefoot in one scene.
And you still have found nothing? How could you have kept 3 teenagers hidden for a week?
That is the only thing from the comics that translates into Madam Web for his character. This guy didn't really do a whole lot, and the plot was extremely confusing. He has this kind of cool-ish looking Spider-Man suit, and that's really about it. I'm gonna move on. Another one of those movies that I did not want to have to watch ever again was Morbius, and at the number 28 spot, we have Hunger for Morbius, aka Milo. That's all I'm gonna say. Moving on. Now at the number 27 spot, we have Michael Morbius, Jared Leto. Please stop casting this dude in fucking films. I don't know why studios keep trying to make Jared Leto this head of a franchise. He killed the Joker, he killed Morbius, he killed Tron. Stop casting this motherfucker in films, please. If you attach Jared Leto to a project, it's gonna fail. Without a doubt, I will make any bet on that, any movie coming out that he is in. The way that they do the effects for him do look kind of cool. And rewatching this movie, I was just bored almost the entire time. I feel like there probably was the bones for a pretty solid script or story in this, and somehow it all went out the window.
Has to do with Spider-Man, I think. A bunch of guys like us should team up. Could do some good. Intriguing.
Now, next up at the 26th spot, and I feel like in a giant leap forward, we have Calypso from Kraven the Hunter. Now, her character didn't really do a whole lot in this movie. We did see her kind of use her powers a little bit with the cards. She saves Kraven and is a crucial part to his origin story, and she comes in at the end to help him a little bit.
Now get the fuck up, Kraven.
But she doesn't have a giant role in this film. I would have liked to see more of her character be used. She didn't really have a costume, but she did use her powers, so she is here. Next up, at the number 25 spot, we have the Foreigner from Kraven once again. I really liked how they used his powers and how they showed it.
1, 2, 3.
I can't help but feel like, though, that he was extremely underdeveloped. He showed up halfway through the middle of the movie with no explanation really whatsoever, and was just killing people working for Rhino. Also working for Kraven's father, which was the better Kraven in the movie. I'll get to that in a little bit. But the Foreigner was a cool addition. He just didn't really get a whole lot to do besides kill like 5 people, and that was about it. His powers, though, and the way they used it was pretty unique, and I would love to see him return in the MCU, just not this version of it. Alright, now next up, at the number 24 spot, we have the Rhino from Kraven. The whole design of him does look a little bit weird with his face, but we do have the full Rhino. This is the first time we've ever seen the Rhino actually be the Rhino with the horns and everything and not be in a mech suit. I feel like if they were going to do the Rhino in live action, this is probably the best way they could have done it besides going the mech suit route. But this was a different take on the character, and honestly, I just kind of expected more from him, and he died pretty quickly and also kind of like a chump. But the way that his powers work is honestly pretty cool. He has a backpack on that has his medication that has to be in a constant drip feed into his side. If not, he'll turn into a Rhino permanently, and there's a lot of pain apparently associated with that. But that's about it, so I'm gonna move on.
But don't you want to know why they call me the Rhino?
Bitch, please.
The fuck is that guy?
With that being said, though, that was my list. I'd love to hear yours in the comments down below. Go ahead and drop it. You can watch the full video on Cantina Comics. Links are in the description and in the pinned comment down below. It's been Caden, or Cantina Comics, and I will see you all in the next one.